Shout out to my Sassa for sending me this particular story right here, and I'm so glad that this was sent to me because y'all are about to see the double standards and strict hypocrisy when it comes to white men and black men in a certain particular situation. So as we all know, Bill Cosby has been dragged through the mud, through hell and back for the last couple of years surrounding these sexual allegations that have been placed and thrusted upon him that date back all the way, as far as the allegations go, all the way back to, I think, the 60s. And they won't let up. As a matter of fact, they keep digging and digging and digging and adding on more trials and removing jurors, replacing jurors, like they're doing everything they can to try to bring this man down. And I highly doubt they're going to succeed. At this time, they're just wasting money and time, to be quite honest. But they spend so much time talking about Bill Cosby that they overlooked this individual right here by the name of James Toback. Now, I can honestly say I've never heard of this man before, but they say that he is a Hollywood director. And he has sexual allegations that were placed onto him that date all the way back to 1978 to 2008. I think those were the last ones. And I believe he had 5 allegations placed on him. Well, thanks to this article that was sent to me by my sasser, a LA district attorney declined to prosecute this man on any of the allegations that were placed on him. Reason being, the statute of limitations have run dry. Now here's where the hypocrisy comes in. Didn't the state of California say, due to the whole Bill Cosby thing, and this was last year, that they would not allow the statute of limitations on sexual allegations, sexual assault, or rape run dry? They would keep them going. Think of it as student loan debt not being, you can't file bankruptcy on that. You have to pay it off. They said that, and they said they were doing it because of Bill Cosby. Those were their words. I believe I did a video on it on my original channel. Now you have this guy who had sexual allegations placed on him back to 1978 to 2008. We're talking about what, 30 years? And now they want to bring the statute of limitations thing up and say it ran dry, which is why they're not going to prosecute him on anything. And notice mainstream media is not talking about this. This wasn't even, to my knowledge, but this wasn't even trending on Twitter. I wonder what excuse they're going to use. Oh, he wasn't a big a star as Bill Cosby. He wasn't as known as Bill Cosby, but he's still a man who didn't or could not control his sexual urges. But then again, he's also a white man who cannot control his sexual urges. But they just had to bring down Bill Cosby. Let me see here. I'm gonna see if I can I'm gonna read this article. It's not a long one. It says the Los Angeles County prosecutors declined to file charges against film director and screenwriter James Toback Monday, concluding that the sex-related allegations by 5 women against Toback fall outside the statute of limitations. Yet you had women who claim Bill Cosby did stuff to them way before 1978, which is when his allegations began, as far as the years ago when they brought him up. And they want to bring all of that back up now. Let me keep reading. Between 1978 and 2008, prosecutors stated that Toback potentially violated state laws dealing with sexual battery and indecent exposure in alleged incidents with 4 women. Prosecutors went on to cite, however, that the statute of limitations have expired. A 5th woman who made allegations against Toback, age 73, did not appear for an interview with the DA's office. According to charge evaluation sheets, the district attorney's office say they will review her case if she makes herself available in the future. According to the documents provided by the DA's office, 3 of the 5 women accused of the 73-year-old of rubbed his groin on their legs until he ejaculated. The 2 other women alleged that Toback attempted to convince them to have sexual intercourse with him, with one woman claiming he physically assaulted her before exposing himself to her as he drove her to his home. The case against the disgraced film director were forwarded to the DA's office by the Beverly Hills and Los Angeles police departments. Toback, who was nominated for an Oscar in 1991 for writing the Bugsy screenplay, was accused of sexual harassment by 38 women last October. Toback has denied any wrongdoing. Now, you mean to tell me all of this went on and Time magazine didn't do a hit piece on him? Now, this is back in October. Remember what else or who else was getting hit hard in October? Harvey Weinstein. That's probably why we didn't hear about this guy, because Harvey Weinstein was dominating the airwaves for that entire month. Like, you could not go anywhere and not hear that man's name for an entire month. It became too much. But you bring up this guy, and they said accused by 38 women, and they dropped everything. They declined to charge him on anything. He's basically going to walk a free man, and mainstream media did not utter a word about it until today, when they decide to not prosecute him or hit him with any charges. He's going to just walk away from all of this. Yet Bill Cosby is literally clinging on to life. Blind in both eyes, he has lost not one but two of his children. One of them a couple months ago. They want to see this man fall so hard, but they're going to let this man walk. I'm not surprised, nor am I shocked. They are going to make sure this is nothing more than a blip on the radar, and that it is buried as fast as possible, just so it won't catch fire. This shit barely caught sparks. Because, like I said, if I did not get sent this story, I would have never known about it, and you probably wouldn't have either. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments.